Hi, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing really, really well. This reading is for any sun, moon, or rising Taurus. We will look at the cards. We'll get a sense of the awareness for the week, guidance and possible outcomes. I will also choose a couple of oracle cards for additional information. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So the Queen of Wands sits here in her red robe, holding on to the wand, and she's holding, looks like a little sunflower, and she's got her black cat. And, you know, she's, I would say, power central. It's a lot of power. There's a lot of dynamic spirit with the Queen of Wands. This energy is of someone who's a go-getter, someone who's not going to sit by and, say I'm bored with life, because they're not going to allow that to happen. They're going to find the adventure. They're going to create the excitement. They're going to use that wand in order to bring out the passions, the enthusiasms, the things that are fun to do. And so with the Queen of Wands, you may be feeling that you want to take charge of your activities, or perhaps there's an area of your life where you really are going to make a move, take a first step. If it's in terms of dating, if you're single, maybe it's creating an online account or going to a social meetup to meet people. If you are hoping to incorporate your passions into your career, it may be setting up, again, opportunities to network, to meet others who are doing what you do, so that you can learn from them, so that you can see what the real deal is. That if you're thinking of becoming, a licensed social worker, but you're really not familiar with it, it might be helpful to meet some people where they do that for a living, just to get a sense. Is it something that that would be good for you, or that you feel better about? The Queen of Wands is about the action in accessing your own power, in creating your own growth, spiritual growth, creative growth, whatever it may be, professional growth. And so she's a dominating energy because she's charismatic and is looking to do things and to do things well. So there's also a sense here of multitasking. Not only are you trying maybe to set things up, but you have maybe a lot going on. And you're doing it well. Just be mindful of the things that you're taking care of. This Queen of Wands can handle the family obligations, the work obligations, social, volunteer obligations. She is able to compartmentalize and able to prioritize, if I can say that correctly, in her life. So take charge of your life on Wednesday and think about how you can introduce or enhance the enthusiasms or the passions within your life. And again, it goes nicely, I think, with this Two of Wands. In the Two of Wands, we see the man in the nice robe holding the world and looking out over the land and the mountains, kind of envisioning what life could be like if I bring more of my passions in, if I think about what I really want to do. The door's open, the world is open to you. It's a matter of having the vision, having the plan to sort things out. And when we're looking at twos, we may be asking ourselves some questions like, well, if I decide to become a licensed social worker, I'm going to have to go back to school. How does that impact my finances? How does that impact my family? My current job? Am I going to be able to continue working while I do that? So as we are envisioning and thinking of the big picture here, we're also kind of percolating with the ideas of checks and balances, perhaps, or the pros and cons of what you have to do in order to get there. I think of the word impact when I look at the Two of Wands, of my vision and my dream, how does that affect or impact my current life? What will I have to take charge of? What will I have to cut back on? How will I need to address whatever it is in order for me to make this vision or this hope a reality? So with this Two of Wands here, we have the Two of Pentacles. And we see the man is juggling and he's trying not to drop the coins. And I love the infinity symbol here, because as soon as you think you're in balance, something else comes and you're constantly juggling. Whether it's raining, snowing, sunny, cloudy, you have to juggle. Your personal life, your professional life, your relationships, your money coming in, money going out. Life is one big juggling act. And so this is saying, what are you going to be able to do to stay in balance? How will you do that? Are you having financial things that you need to keep on top of? Is it professional? Is it romantic or relationship that you need to pay attention to the balance within your life? Are you getting enough rest? Are you taking care of yourself? So we have two twos, so the decisions to be made. And as we try to stay in balance, we have to make those decisions as well. Again, we're the captain of our own ship. And so we need to know how we're going to steer and how we're going to keep that boat from tipping or, the rocky ride. Is that you might have to make decisions this week that are very different from next week in order to stay in balance. So we have a lot of take charge energy, seeing the big picture, considering what the big picture may mean to you in real terms. And again, the daily dance of juggling your life, being mindful. Is there the right balance between work and play? Are you giving enough time to your relationships or to your children or to volunteer activities? There's always something on the plate for us to think about the balance. And so, it's balance, and particularly balance during the end of the year. I think it's something that we're going to see more of, because sometimes the holidays are stressful for people. There's so much to do, and you feel like you may never get it done. And end of the year reports may be due, so it can be a big force of energy that's required for you just to be able to stay in balance. So number-wise, we have 1 and 2 is 3, and 3 and 2 is 5, and 5 is a card of having to be flexible, having to be able to adapt. It's a card of sometimes of conflict or challenges, maybe a new cycle, but just to be mindful of that. When we see 5s, we may think of conflict, we may think of some challenges. And finally, let's choose a card for an affirmation for the day. Patience. Just like Guns N' Roses sang, patience. Patience is a virtue. To be able to take a step back, to be able to not rush outcomes, but to take the time to do your best, to have a little patience. I don't know that the Queen of Wands would be so crazy about patience, but the combination between being a go-getter and knowing when to be patient is certainly a winning combination. So friends, this is what I have for you for the day. I hope that you found something helpful here with this reading. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, share this video, comment below. I thank you for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.